It's been a while. I've been playing some matches off stream, 1 or 2 matches at a time, so nothing really worthwhile getting the stream going. But I've been trying to get some games in. We had a patch there just the other day as well. So it remains to be seen how things are looking for our factions at the moment. Since I guess if you're to believe the Doom and Gloomers, their Celestials may have gotten nerfed due to the speed decrease on Vectors. Although I haven't really had much chance to play with them as much as I like, but they are a fun unit nonetheless. And hopefully I won't have to worry about the nerf until we get to the higher caliber type of players. That is the hope, at least. But until then, let's have a little bit of fun. I actually should try some more of the Infernals and Vanguard to kind of get more acclimated with them. But again, let's start with the Celestials since that's what I'm familiar with, and hopefully we can start off on a good note. That's the hope, at least. Although this is going to be the most crushing loss there if I were to lose. It'd probably be better to do Vanguard Infernals. And just to kind of keep the matchmaking going, I might, if it drags on too long, I might reset. This normally how they tend to do is just broaden and expand the search there a little bit. When you're waiting in queue for a certain amount of time, it's what I used to do a little bit for Battlefleet Galactic as a way to try and help, maybe avoid getting the newer players, so it's not like a one-size-stomp, especially for when I was doing my video content. And even then, it wasn't foolproof, of course. Probably more because I haven't really played with those factions enough to kind of build up my ranking, especially with the ladder resets they did sometimes. So I probably was doing myself more of a disservice there in retrospect, but that was the idea and the intention. But we'll see if we can get any matches in. There is currently like a tournament going on, their stream of it, so that might also affect some of the player base as well for those that are trying to get a good grasp on what's happening with this game. Okay, Celestials versus Vanguard. Let us get started. I've been wiggling around a whole bunch there because I'm kind of doing a stand desk, so I hope that wasn't making too much vibration noise on the microphone as I was talking. But Boneyard, okay, I gotta keep that in mind. It's been a while since I played on Boneyard, honestly. I'm trying to remember what, well, do I honestly want to just go straight Vectors? Vectors are fun. There is 2 entrances. It's kind of worth doing that. I just gotta remember what my strategy is for it. At the same time, yeah, it's actually been a while since I played on Boneyard, even with some like preparation opening practice, because it was really a Secluded Grove and Isles of Dread I've been more focused on, honestly. So this might be a little bit rough. I'll probably just go more traditional, as much as I would like to go Vectors. Probably get stomped as a result, with that said. But it allows for me to at least sap these things pretty quickly.
We're out of power. Build more power banks.
I think what I might do is actually get said Vectors. It might be a little bit delayed otherwise. Only slightly.
We're out of power. Build more power banks.
Alright, so we got some decent resources there. And hopefully this will time out nicely for me to get my serum as the morph cores ready. We will know soon enough. Hello, kitty. I figured you were sleeping still, dang it. I was hoping to sneak this in without you looking. Sadly, that did not work out. Alas. Okay, perfect. That timed out almost perfectly, I like to say. Although, Come to think of it, maybe that's not as maybe I shouldn't have been excited there because I still need another 50 after all to get my effectors out.
Prime structure confirmed.
So maybe I should have gone a little bit more forward, but
Power reserve.
okay. So dogs are out.
We're out of power. Build more power banks.
My strength is yours.
Get our resources and prepare for a dog off. I got some pretty useful intel there at the very least.
Quiver and quake.
Select a different location. Capture point secured. Need more therium.
Now I can't really fight anything until it gets some more, to be honest, but hopefully I can harass the dogs a bit.
Is yours.
Actually, let me get a control group for them, because I'm going to be multitasking here a little bit, to say the least. And I'm actually spotted, so... But, yeah, this is probably too risky there with vectors, but... More due to inexperience, honestly, because, yeah. Yeah, they're going fast dog rush.
Forces have engaged in battle.
I stand ready.
Alright, full dog rush. So I think I'm keeping these guys together for that reason. That is way too risky to go playing with those dogs. The idea, though,
Capture points.
if anything, I should have gone... Oh. Yeah, I should have changed that rally point. That was a bit of a mistake, but yeah. I gotta grab what points I can there. Heal up. We'll use our arc ship for healing.
Quiver and quake.
I gotta figure... So long as they're on one base, it's not too bad, but I think we're kind of on the same economy at the same time. Get your dog ass out of here. Although any I could kill is a boon, but... I'm sorry, kitty. I'm gonna be such an animal abuser right now, this game. And just to protect my flank, I seriously should have several of these handy.
Power levels critical. Requires more luminite.
I stand ready.
Make them think he'll get it, and then go in for the kill.
Face your doom.
Power restored. Operating at maximum. Not enough luminite.
So far they're too scared, which is a good thing,
Maximum gratitude.
because they have very little economy on back. I should have the better economy, but I'll have to check up here if they have anything.
Maximum gratitude.
The path forward.
So far it's this a bit of a tense game, because again, I'm not comfortable with how I could fight the dogs, mostly experience on my end, but as we can see, they can kind of surround me pretty good too, so I gotta be careful of that. And I got a second arc ship too, so let's have fun with that, shall we?
Upgrade attained.
And meanwhile, get some extra economy in.
More power banks.
Now, can I actually scare them off? Because,
And quake.
yeah, just being in a good choke point is actually ideal here.
Capture point secured.
Okay. I can control this a little bit. But so far my opponent's scared. I don't know if I can actually fight them yet, because I would need an arc ship to kind of provide that essential support, I think. But
Low. Produce more power bank. Not enough luminite.
it's hard to say without proper scouting intel, honestly. I just know my economy should be better than theirs, which is why I don't want to commit too much to this.
Following now. Thrusters primed. Into position. Rerouting. Rough terrain. No such thing. Sweeping. Prepare to strike. Never stop for long.
Upgrade attained.
Yep.
Into position.
This might not go as well as I like, sadly. I thought maybe there was potential.
Prepare to strike. Never stop for long.
Depends what we're actually shooting at, really, because the dogs are durable against my vanguards. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So
Forces having power levels marginal.
I thought there was promise there. If it was really, if I had stayed here, that actually would have been really good for me, because there would have been so limited in what they could fight, damage they could do.
Insufficient power. Shuttle systems down.
So that's unfortunate.
Lost. Requires more luminite.
So this is about to reset in a few minutes anyway, so that's not much of an issue there. So I'll just retake it quickly as soon as it comes out. Hopefully I can actually
Not enough luminite.
get some proper setup though for that, because oh, I have a lot of steering, which is kind of good for me if I'm smart about how I do this.
Not enough luminite.
I
Power
stand
levels
ready.
critical. Need more power.
My strength is yours.
Not enough luminite.
So if I'm quick, I need actual power there to kind of immediately take this though, because I don't really want to fight these due to my weakened position. But let's get ready for my animancers since they're so important here.
Power levels are too low. Build more power banks. Maximum gratitude.
Yeah, this is mainly to avoid taking attrition damage here, especially if they were to choose to attack me at this bad time.
Capture point secured. Prime structure confirmed.
But we have our economy going.
Requires
I'm gonna have to be careful of the flanking down here though. I was kind of expecting them to do like a flanking run by because they are so heavily infested in dogs, but
Forged in light.
hopefully my animancers should help turn this tide since I have such a surplus of Ethereum I've been bad about utilizing.
maximum gratitude.
So I have no extra Illuminate mine, I think anyway. They just grabbed that, so we know what that's possibly going to mean in a moment.
Must place select a different location.
Alright, I think I'm done with the Vectors at this point.
Research complete.
They've been good at deterring my opponent, so maybe I think the Vectors did their job. Because I think they would have run rampant with everything, but now I just gotta get my economy up. Upgrade these to the blast nodes, and just be aware. No, I do not want Sabers. I don't... Sabers did get buffed, but I don't think they're gonna do what I want of them. Now let's just actually get some more building going on. I should get another one just to scout around to see if they have any hidden expansions somewhere. Because I want to get that, and then I think we're good to go. We just need an actual front line so they don't die immediately. Nope, this is badly timed. So long as I can stall them, I'm fine.
Capture point lost.
Okay, so Storm will be finishing up soon.
The path is chosen. Journeying.
And the scanner will help give me that early warning I want.
Quiver and quake.
Do not bow.
Yep, their dogs are getting murdered.
Journeying.
Just a little bit more.
The path is chosen. What do you see?
Our outpost is being research complete. Power reserves low.
Okay. This is a promising fight, not a guaranteed win yet.
Our outpost is being assaulted.
Alright. Where's my reinforcements? There, we barely held them off, which is a good sign considering how the first round went. I do have... I didn't grab my Animancer, so that's probably going to cost me. The Blast Cores did their job.
Quiver and quake.
Waiting. The path is chosen.
So that was worth it, just bad economy building at the moment. And I gotta remember, I have a second arc ship. I should be taking full advantage of. With that said, where the hell did I put my arc ship?
Do you seek? What do you seek?
So I think that was a good trade for me there. Looks like they're getting ready for another attack, though.
Power levels marginal.
The path is chosen.
But we're not done yet, without a doubt. Because they could have been expanding all this time and all that good stuff.
What?
I just gotta set up a proper rally point for my Animancers, because I didn't pull them over like I should have.
Bar my path.
And I think maybe it's time to add some scythes here. I don't know if they're good for harassment, honestly, though.
I stand ready. Forged in light. I stand ready.
Journeying.
Maximum gratitude.
Alright, we'll get this as an early warning, get some more scanners.
You seek.
Because I really do need to know what the heck they're doing. To get a gauge on where I am in this position.
Is yours.
The path is chosen. What do you seek?
And
What do you seek?
Maximum gratitude. Upgrade attained.
Journeying. What do you seek? What do you seek?
yeah, just scare them a bit.
What do you seek? What do you seek?
Alright, that's a lot of damage. We don't have everyone up there, but that's a ridiculous amount of damage. I'm happy with that.
Capture point secure.
Not respecting the Animancers. Although,
Do you seek?
let's get our scanners going. And be ready for retaliation attack.
Quake.
Do not bar my path.
Well, that was convenient.
What do you seek?
Alright, scanner, go do scanner things.
Our forces have engaged in battle.
Bar
Oh, that was unfortunate. I didn't realize that actually channel succeeded to work. That is a terrible spot. Ooh, I feel bad for them.
do not bar my path.
Because we just killed most of their mine right now. They have a base up here, which also could do.
Do you seek?
And yeah. Look at that economy just melt. Alright, just destroy everything, keep building. I'm doing a bad job controlling this. It's something happened with my storm there, but I don't know what it was exactly. But yeah, I think we're in phenomenal position. I just gotta be better about controlling this crap. There, that was nice. Awkward with the dogs, but if I'm completely honest, due to the fact they focus so heavily on dogs, I think still the effectors did what they were supposed to. They made my opponent not get full control of the map. They didn't, at least they didn't try to do run-bys or harassment, which you think would be the next thing they do. It's just a few little dumb things I did on the engagement, because I already hinted at before how, since there'd be no way I could actually retreat with those dogs with the Argent so far forward, but I told you how I should have engaged that ideally to get a better, or at least do a great deal more damage. Because that's the one, that starting battle is the one I want to pay attention on the most. See how much damage we did to them. Because definitely I lost out due to my Effector's costing Therium. But, like I said, if I was here, they could have done so little damage to me, I could have just bottlenecked myself in here for a while. And really force them to come to me. Sure, I'm condemning them to death, but at least in that case, the trade-off there works heavily in my advantage then. It's just a question if I could get the Effectors in back here, and then the Archers in front. Because, at least in this case, maybe I could kill off the dogs, and if the Archers eventually die, at least the Effectors could just blink out and then run away, kind of like preserve them. Whereas if the Effectors were in front, being the wall, which probably is not ideal, because I think they have less health than the Argents, on top of being more expensive, then I wouldn't have anyone be able to escape. So realistically, like I said, this would have been perfect. I would have potentially condemned them to death, but at the same time, if their Lancers went in first, that would be a ton of damage because my Argents would still have the energy. Although, if I'm good about turning on and off that auto cast, I could negate that quite heavily. Just have the dog, not use the energy on the dogs outside the last moments, maybe, when they start getting low on health. But yeah, they straight up just gone one base dog, or one barrack dog. Nothing too scary, but you can see the numbers that they're cranking out at the moment. I am sorry, Kitty, I am such an animal hater. Killing all those poor defenseless dogs. Yeah, and how many dogs they have right now? What? They have like 7 or 8 dogs to my one little lowly Effector. Yeah. It's good to know about the dogs, so having a Effector push forward as it did still paid off for me. Just to have that knowledge base. But I wasn't going to win that fight anytime soon, I think. They're just so much more faster, as made apparent, with them trying to surround my poor guys. And they've been getting ranked up too. Oh, he went. Yeah, that's what his strategy was. Ranked up the dogs. So not only was he one barracks dog, he went really fast. Upgrade the command center so you can get them the stat increase too, which thankfully adds more credence to the fact that I say going the Effectors and controlling it like I did up to this point kind of helped blunted their strategy quite heavily. I don't think they could have been comfortable with actually being aggressive on me, and as you saw, they didn't really grab anything else for a good long while. These dogs are basically doing nothing. Arguably my units are doing nothing as well. They are keeping me safe from a potentially more potent force. Because let's see, the reason the tier 2 rank up so important is because that unlocks their ability to give XP, experience, to these dogs, and it doesn't show, unfortunately, here until I start it up. So let me just do a slow motion just to see. So that's maxed up. The Veteran Elite Champion. So just to give you a rough idea there what to expect, they're getting what? 60% health, 30% weapon damage, and +2 vision, which is probably not significant factor, but it's probably really helpful for them to see me before I see them. Actually, do I have the interface set up so actually can see all the health? Where is it? Status bar always available, so yeah, I'm just not seeing the health on all the dogs, alas. But needless to say, their focus has been almost entirely on ranking up these dogs. Getting them the full health, full durability, and I definitely don't have the power to fight them, but I do have the convenience of maybe using this choke point here, because what, only 3-4 dogs can fight here, 3-4 can fight here. Assuming I could get behind the pillar. In theory, I could still do a ridiculous amount of damage to them. Especially, sure, they're spending a bunch of Illuminite, but they're also expending a lot of their top bar energy. Which again, is not really doing anything at this point. They didn't grab any of the side objectives, they didn't harass my base. They did prompt me to get a couple defenses here, thinking that might actually be enough. But that's more of a precaution and more a fault on them not to try and capitalize on their higher mobility and strength. But my opponent wasn't really comfortable, and all this while they only got 4 workers, which I promptly scanned, thankfully. This is fully mined. This is basically almost 2/3 mined with the collection array. I just did a terrible job actually keeping worker production going, although that's kind of resolved now, I think. Because what, I had 2 prisms here doing nothing because I changed the rally point for the morph core. We took these at the same time, so nothing exciting there to really talk about. Pretty straightforward until I actually decided to push on up. Which, in retrospect, probably was a terrible idea, but I wasn't really privy or paying attention to the fact that they were ranking up their dogs either. Like there. Perfect example of what I'm talking about here. If I can have these 2 guys over here, that's like 3-4 dogs that can only fight me, another 3-4 here. And I could just literally sit here and have arguably full control of the middle of the map. It just feels like a terrible use of my units because I'm not controlling them. I'm not micromanaging them. All those little stigmas where it feels like I should be doing something with them. And of course my opponent has free reign to run around the back door there without my knowing due to being so far forward, but that's really what I should have done. In general, I thought maybe I had a comparable force. Maybe I would have had a comparable force if I had a second Starforge to get more effectors. Because let's be honest, the Argents weren't going to do much here. And that is a lot of dogs. Yeah, and the reason I tried to engage that is I didn't really see the Lancers at all either, and they're going to be a pain. Because my Effectors aren't going to do much damage, but they're really good at killing the dogs at least. And so far my supply is drastically higher than theirs. That probably has something to do with the economy situation. So yeah, these guys are condemned for death. Oh, they're completely surrounded, but I don't think I did enough damage to warrant this. The funny thing is, after all that, I still have more supply than them. So they could have been a little more efficient with their mining. Because yeah, they don't really have very many mine here either. So I don't know if I should be bragging or anything like that. It's more them just not being good with their macro. But yeah, it wasn't as terrible as it could have, but my opponent could easily springboard off that if they had the economy to support it. But as it stands now, I apparently have more supply than them. Most of which is probably because, oh, well now they're well saturated here. They're starting to get well saturated here, but it looks like it's only 8. 8. Okay, they have 10 here at the moment, so yeah, they are saturating both of them. And during this time, get myself... Kind of weird looking at this, because this is the arc ship that I built way back up near my natural. It just looks like it's building right now. All the while I'm getting my 3rd, so my economy is still in good shape. So I don't think there's a whole lot left to talk about besides the fact apparently my power levels are terrible. You can tell by the coloration around the base of my structures. I'm now back in normal levels, so that's helpful. But if I'm ever in the red, due to using my abilities or just not building enough power banks, I get a production penalty of sorts. And now, after all this time, they decide to grab the side objectives. Or the side resource points, at least. Which, in all honesty, they probably should have done earlier in the game. Which also probably amounted to how I had the advantage as is, although... Now we're looking at equal supply. Which feels kind of odd, considering now I have 3 bases to their 2. But they are gaining a bunch of supply for these resources for these kills. But so far, we've just been killing the same thing. We only just now gain the advantage through just grabbing these 2 points. But yeah, let's see. They're getting traditional Bio Ball. This is where I really need the Animancers. And they are building. I should have set a rally point for them because at one point I did kind of forget to grab them because they're separated. Although, oh, and another thing I forgot about was the Guardian Matrix. The Guardian Chamber to kind of upgrade my Argents to get a slight speed boost. Okay, so this must be where I'm getting the upgrade. Okay, yeah. I was wondering about that because I wasn't seeing upgrade. So my main strategy here is just stall. I can't fight that. Which sadly results into a bunch of free kills, but I have a scanner here. I did have the watchtower. I thought these were upgraded, although they're not blast cores or blast nodes, but these are blast nodes, and I'm eager to see how they perform against this horde. Because those dogs took a beating. There goes 3 dogs there. Good hit there on those dogs. And I think I stalled long enough. I think I have the upgrade. Okay, it's about to finish. So this is almost as perfectly timed as I could ask for. The nodes kind of scared them off long enough, although not the best vortexes, I'm not going to lie, but he can't really just dive right on me. And there we go. There's the storm. Yeah, try and dodge on out. The damage is minimal. Doesn't do quite the damage needed, but it's enough that at least we got equal trade, and because it's an equal trade, my supply is basically 30 points higher than them, and getting even higher. I just gotta be careful about losing my Animancers, because these are safely put, or safe to say, my most important units. And right now they're just dying carelessly. I didn't realize that the Blastos were killed there. I hopefully they did the damage that was needed. And thankfully my, Sovereign's Watch helped scare him off a little bit. At least do a little bit extra damage. Just no energy here to actually kill them. And yeah, like I was saying, I forgot to rally or at least box select the Animancers. But thankfully, this was enough Argents to scare him off. Although, how many actual creation chambers do I have? Just the 2, right? So half my production was kind of cut off with using this as a wall, which technically it did serve his role. They had to shoot them down before they actually got the blast nodes. So money well spent, and of course they're walking right through my little adorable scanner. I don't know how obvious it is for them to actually see it. That's something I'll have to pay close attention to as I play more games. Especially when they use stealth characters against me. But this is very useful, just knowing if they were going to commit again. I saw the Bobs, which was kind of weird. I don't know what to make of that. And they only just recently got that 3rd. I think these guys were the ones building it. And they were just getting ready to... Yeah, I think this literally just built as they were doing the fight there. I didn't pay too much attention. But yes, 20 supply over. I don't quite have tier 3 yet. Oh, I'm getting it as I speak, although... Really, what tier 3 unit would I get besides Archangels? I think really it's Archangels, and I don't think I had quite the saturation I want. You're not mine, are you? Okay, there are 2 mine there. Okay, I was wondering about that. Since I was going to comment on how I only have a single prism for these other 2, but... If I could get 1 more, that would be decent saturation. I would like to argue. And then we have our fun little engagement here where I try to take this tower without actually committing to a fight. I just gotta be careful. I don't have the convenience of power banks to kind of recharge quickly, though. This is more just to deter him and hopefully get this point at some point before actually committing to a fight. But sadly, they could just stand around this tree line to kind of deny it from me. But thankfully, they got tired of this charade and they just stand in a little vortex, and that's pretty much all she wrote, I think. The army just melts if they just stand in it. But at the end of the day, I'm a dog murderer. That's what you need to take from that. A good sturdy match to start off. I'm really happy with that. My opponent could have done a little bit better on their macro management, maybe, considering their aggressive dog play didn't really amount to much. So I think, in retrospect, I like to say I blunted that pretty well. Because otherwise they would have just pushed on me. They probably would have tried to pressure both the ramps, since I do have 2 pathways into my bases, and that could have been a nightmare to deal with. Sure, they couldn't have really done much damage to my mining collection arrays, but if I have to lift them off, then that's like 30 seconds, 20 seconds now due to the buff that I have to redeploy them. Even if they run away immediately after the collection array lifts off, which is more than likely they're not going to do. But I'm happy with it. Good sturdy match there, even if it took a lot of time to dissect it and admire it. Let's play with Infernals, see if we can get a wind in here, see if I can actually do a proper match, although I'm not entirely certain what strategy I want to do here. I think Fiends are the way to go, I believe. Lots and lots of Fiends. I don't know if I want to do that, though.
We are the protectors.
Yeah, and a lot of people just like to use this more for defensive purposes, or at least farming up as opposed to actually scouting. I'm really against it in all honesty, but if people do it properly, I guess it's not really an issue, is it?
Marching on.
Just try and kill one off. Oh, I gotta remember, it's 350 for these things.
Need more Luminites.
I don't have enough energy. I misplanned this poorly.
Compelled onward.
It just goes with the fact I was practicing with Celestials on my Opers and not so much anything else.
Trudging forward.
Not enough Luminites.
Yeah, that was terrible on my part. I thought maybe it would work a little bit better, but I guess not. Because I know the pro players do it a lot too, with Devil Skulls ideally, to try and get their Fiend production going. I just haven't got actually practices the downside here to really know how that plays out. Because trust me, I had to spend a lot of time to figure out my morph cores and actually getting a friggin' creep kill. So let's just mine over there. Probably not needed yet, but... Oops, that wasn't what I wanted.
The planet speaks.
A terrible display. Let's just pay attention that didn't happen, although it's gonna bear credence for what happens later, I guess.
Forward. The planet speaks. I at your service.
That's not gonna have enough time. Nope. I figured as much.
Dark magic stirs.
Yeah, normally you rush with brutes, so I'm still probably doing this strategy along. I'll be completely honest. And the reason you rush brutes is of course to help with the camps. Beans are really good at early harassment, which is everything I'm not really doing.
Compelled onward.
Never mind pig farms to help with camps too. These are things I'll have to learn over time though. Yeah, I'm not getting any fees as a result of using this skull for scouting. I just want to know if they have an expansion or not really.
Return.
I should be able to scout this before I get murdered, right?
Capture point secured. Barreling through.
For a moment I looked at the map and I saw...
Summoned your command.
Okay, so they do have an expansion there.
The challenge.
So I can rest easy in that regard, I guess. Now, with that said, let's get rid of the fiends, or at least the gaunts rather, because fiend production, again, like I hinted at, is really important. And since I'm not doing the really early strategy
Ready.
of
Yes.
brute aggression, I should be okay, although I need to know what their composition numbers are. I have a lot of brutes there, I just want to know, or realistically want to know what they're building. But at the same time, the skull is important for actually building up my army too, which is normally what they try and do.
Capture point secured. Your command.
Okay, 8 should be more than enough. Get our Syrian production going. I just want to know what their army composition is. If I can figure that out, that'll be nice.
The challenge.
Not enough barrel farms.
Yep, don't worry, I'm getting more farms.
Ready to kill.
I could actually have taken that there. Okay, just getting more brutes it looks like, which is fine by me. I don't know how many fiends I should realistically get. Yep, and since you're taking from my miners, I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright, let's try and grab some more resources since I have the convenience of vision as well. They could be getting lots of fast magmadons. That's something I have to be mindful of. Without a doubt. I just don't know what their tech level's at, because, well, they're not mine over here just yet. Although, to be fair, neither am I. And they're just busy grabbing stuff for more resources.
Capture point secured. Place ready.
Okay, that's not built yet. We're gonna need it pretty quick. Because the most important upgrade, of course, is my ability to build fiends with these gaunts. And I don't want to save up my resources otherwise, or gain magmadons myself. Which hopefully I should be able to get a decent magmadon production here, get a bunch of gaunts behind it. Don't know how to hex in our, honestly.
You summoned your command. Need more Luminites.
I just gotta get tally of what to do and actually get our expansion without a doubt. Okay, so I actually don't need to tech up to tier 2 for the upgrade. Okay. That is an important note. I could have rushed that upgrade a lot faster. But let's get our magmadons and get ready for said magmadons. And actually, I forgot my location hotkeys. That's not really a big issue, though. And we have a decent amount of Ethereum for when I get the magmadons going. I just need the Luminite production for it.
Meet the challenge.
And when do these are going to start timing out, so
Finish
hopefully
upgrading.
I can use this as an opportunity to scout what they're doing.
God's presence. Not enough barrel farms.
Oops, I knew I was forgetting something, dang it.
The planet speaks. I answer.
If I'm fast about this, this could work well for me, but he's got the Magmadons and he's pushing out with them. The fact that it's coming down here scares me a bit, because I think that means he's down on the right.
Finished researching.
I shall go. Slowly, but surely.
Alright, get going. We got our Luminite production underway. I just gotta spend the damn Therium. And I thought you were researching, dang it. Or is that the second upgrade? Okay, that's the second upgrade. I did not pay attention to see how many they had there, but they are getting conclaves now.
Not enough Luminites. Ready to kill.
And rally points help a little bit, safe to say. Actually, I don't have to upgrade the stun. The stun upgrade for my Magmadons, but actually,
Yes.
can I just grab these as a bonus? At least give me a bit of early warning. It's not going to be much. And it's going to be a bad spot if I get pinned in.
Not enough barrel farms.
We follow.
Capture
Oh.
point secured.
Compel.
Well, that's unfortunate. How that timed out.
Obtain more supply.
Protectors.
Alright. More piggy farms. This is just turning into a turtle match. Someone's going to have to fight eventually.
Shalom.
And right now, it is not looking, is very much a mess. To say the least. I don't know who's winning, but as long as I can keep my economy going, that's ideal.
Our forces are in battle.
And my gaunts should, in theory, allow me to win this match, so long as they can be unhindered.
Finished researching.
In theory, we'll see if that happens or not.
Our forces are in battle.
At least the gaunts survived, but most of my front line is gone. And I need to get my FS going as well. Gonna be pretty important. I really should just regenerate these guys' health, but let's see if we can at least take the watchtower. And I also should have used this, silly me. That was a bit of an oversight there, because that gives me temporary health for an area where they had the advantage.
Capture point secured. Capture point contested. Capture point lost sight.
Oops, so this is not going to go very well.
Our forces are in battle.
So it looks like I'm losing this bout slowly but surely, because they just got a much bigger pool of units. I just got to kill their Magmadons to kind of help offset this some, but
Our forces are in battle.
Dark magic stirs.
Need more ore.
alright, get my units out. This is not looking promising there. they simply had more units or I had bad trades.
Finished research.
More than likely I had bad trades, I will be willing to admit.
Onward.
It's gonna take a little bit of time to kill these buggers too. Actually, there's one up. Yeah, I don't have my stun either. That was another thing I missed.
Secure.
I failed on too. We do have one other weapon I can utilize. If I'm actually smart about using them.
We follow the way.
I could self-destruct a bunch of imps there, basically. Although, where did I send said imps?
Moya. The planet speaks. I am.
Yeah, it might be a better idea just to grab resources with them. But I could build up on that over time. But this is not looking promising yet because I don't know where to go from here, really. Most of it's not really utilizing my animus. Because it's about to get mined out. Yeah, both of them are getting really close to mining out, so...
Finished researching. Finished
I think what I'm going to do is try and grab some serum up here. Use the mine as kind of like an early warning system. Because this is a bad spot for me to go. And what needs upgrading still? Pretty much everything, to be honest.
Meet.
capture point secured.
We are
Gives me a little bit of supply, not much though.
rot in Farah. Trudging
Our forces are in battle. Need more ore.
So that sadly didn't amount to much. Alright, this is a terrible stomp, unfortunately. Was that just a simple matter of not being out... Just be better... them having better economy, I wonder? Or was that first engagement really that bad for me? Hard to really say. I am playing on lower graphics, so it's hard to really see if my units were actually doing the stuff they need to. As far as like the Magmadons doing the stomps, stunning all that. Because they didn't seem like they had much of a front line there, so you figure my Magmadons would have wrecked right through all their gaunts, right? It's just hard to say if my Magmadons actually did what they were supposed to, because I either have to manually control the Magmadons, or at least make sure to turn on the autocast. So yeah, that was pretty much at the same time there. Abysmal use of trying to actually get started with my creeping. That's a bit of a shame. But so far... Yeah, so far the better economy's on my end, if only barely. Just wondering how things I could have tweaked a little bit better there. Just wondering what I did wrong specifically, because so far everything looks like it's mirroring each other. They're just gaining Therium faster. No, I'm gaining Therium at the same time. They're about 5 minutes in. Yeah, I'm even preparing for mine over here, for crying out loud, so... I like to think everything is as it should. Heck, I even have better production due to this third shrine. So I should have a lot better economy pretty quickly here. It's hard to say what my economy is like here, because it looks like it's not working properly. You figure there'd be at least 2 on the side. Or it could be just taking workers from all my structures. That might have been what happened there. They do have more supply than me. They have a lot more serum, but that's only because they took the serum node up here, I think. And they already got tier 2. While I was busy trying to figure out my tech. Oh, that's why. They got the third base pretty much right away. That's probably what did it there. Probably. I was thinking how I had my third shrine building at a good time. They decided to take an entire expansion, which honestly, it kind of still favors me slightly, due to the fact serum's so important for the Magmadons. Since I think they're supposed to be the most important unit in that type of matchup. I just couldn't tell you if I actually utilized them properly. Because again, there's not... Until I can get my new PC all figured out, I don't really have much visual indicators for the Magmadons, it seems. Let alone just for a lot of the shrubberies and that. So, from what I understand, this might be a dog rush. I think this is heavy amounts of dogs, from what I recall. Titan's Causeway might be the case. I believe dogs is the way to go with these type of matches. We are in the low MMR, so that's not really much of an issue at the moment. But I have to be aware of dog rushes, or mass dogs. It's just out of habit I'm trying to do expand first. I seriously should not be doing expand first. But so far I think we're okay there. My opponent's not doing anything obviously greedy or aggressive.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh, let me get these guys going.
Transiting now. On the go.
Okay, could have done a little bit faster, but not too bad considering I'm not familiar with the timing. And I don't really care, but I just don't want to reveal my expansion just yet.
Not enough luminite.
Because these supercharged guys, because I use my top bar to boost them, can build ridiculously fast.
Bot activated.
Odd positioning there. But they're doing essentially the same thing as me. I can respect that. Now it's just a question if they're going mass dogs, which there are ways to help alleviate that, but due to creep being so essential,
Our
it remains to be
forces are
seen
under
if that's
attack.
actually a good strategy. Second dog is out. Now I gotta find some plants, whatever they're called, to actually help with regenerating my health. That's something I haven't really spent a lot of time trying to figure out.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
Not enough luminite.
Yeah, because there should be some around it that just, if I attack it, it regenerates my health. I just don't know where they're at. Which would be really nice to know where they're at. But it's something I'll have to figure out later on down the road.
Further instructions. Constructing.
I don't really want to go mass dogs there. I feel like with decent wolf that could be negated. But that's my inexperience talking, I'll be honest.
Getting to work.
Let's just see if we can actually scout it effectively. That's all I care about. More dogs. More dogs, more
Our
dogs.
forces are under attack.
Reporting for work. Confirmed. Moving down. Ready to work.
Alright, so get some more lancers, then we'll start taking some camps.
How can I help? I'm here to assist.
Fear is for the enemy.
Got it.
Alright,
What's next?
now I just gotta wall off here, and hopefully we're okay.
Ready? What's next?
Bot activated.
And then we can regenerate our health, and we're in good shape.
Fear is for the enemy.
Now, what's my next strategy? Well, Exos without a doubt, I guess.
Capture point secured.
Heal up there, grab some camps, and just be very wary of them just rushing in here. I should always leave one Lancer to kind of wall off.
Eliminate.
Hi-ho, hi-ho.
What's next?
And one Lancer in defense there as well.
6. I'm off.
And just get what resources we can.
I'm here to assist.
Insufficient supply.
What's next?
Ready to work.
Oh,
Insufficient supply.
That's all good. It ruins my optimized mining, unfortunately, because it pulled from the Luminite, but
Capture point secured.
that's all good.
Insufficient supply.
Actually, I can't... No, I can't upgrade this yet. I need tier 2 command.
I'm off. Ready. Holding. Ready. Ready or not?
So far, my opponent's not grabbing anything, so this is probably more a newer opponent or just not a comfortable opponent with any form of aggression. Let's upgrade to tier 2
What's next?
and get to the real meat of this comp.
Fear is for the enemy. I'm off. On my way.
Capture point secured.
What's next? Ready. I'm off.
Just grab what we can. If I could get the second watchtower, then I'm in good position. Maybe expand again.
Getting to work.
Oh, let me actually remember I was gonna tech up.
Waiting on you. Ready.
Oh,
I'm off.
how embarrassing! I got him killed.
For work.
Ready. Let's finish him off.
That's not something you're supposed to do with these guys.
Waiting on you.
No, I'm losing troops when I shouldn't be.
Upgrade complete.
Geared up.
Capture
Well, that's gonna
point secured.
well, that's gonna ruin everything for me now.
It's playtime now.
Now I feel bad.
Research
Now I'm gonna
complete.
feel bad if I win because I didn't really deserve it, right?
Exo reporting. Waiting on you. Geared up. On the move.
Although let's heal up and grab the extra Ethereum up top and actually get apparently more production underway. I guess I'll go bio this time around.
Your directive.
What's next? Ready.
Insufficient supply.
On the move. Ready.
Once I get the med techs, I'll be nice.
Research complete.
Oh, I need supply again. Dang it. Although that can be fixed easily enough.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Geared up.
That's easy enough to fix as a temporary thing.
On the move. Geared up. Let's finish him off. It's playtime now.
Let's see. Control R to rank up these guys.
Capture point secured. Insufficient energy.
There we go. Simple, and that's kind of what they were using against me in my Celestial game, basically, to make those dogs so impactful, but
I'll get after him.
all I need to do is just figure out...
Goes over.
Do I don't have my dog scout anymore. That was one of the poor victims that died.
Goes over.
Alas, so...
I'm here to assist.
Rampart, that's
Upgrade
good there.
complete.
What other upgrades do we have? Bunch of stuff I don't know how useful it is.
Insufficient
I'm not
supply.
familiar with these. More supply
Research
issues.
Complete.
But at least I'm currently building. I just need to get a third underway now.
At your disposal.
Not
Actually,
enough
I
luminite.
I should be doing the old strategy as before. Just boost. And go. Boost and go.
Transiting now.
Not enough luminite.
Come on. Mine faster, damn it.
Where am I needed? On the go.
And I didn't even pay attention at Watchtower to see what their composition was, so that was a bit of a failing on my part.
Where am I needed? What can I do for you?
Oh, there's the globules I was looking for, dang it, to heal my dog after that harassment.
What can I do for you? Holding my horses. On the go.
Capture point secured.
Smoke goes over.
It's playtime now.
Research complete.
Complete.
Alright, just take what we can there. It's probably a bad engagement, apparently. Because, yeah, most of my army isn't even there, but...
On the go.
It's really the serum I need to actually spend, though. And they're getting
Capture point
falcons, too, so I gotta
contested.
be careful of that.
Capture point lost.
Axo reporting.
Where am I needed? On the go.
Capture point
Where
secured.
am I needed?
Capture
So that
point
was unfortunate. I
lost.
was hoping that would have been at least a decent amount of damage on my part.
Where am I needed?
But I guess not.
This should be good. Constructing.
On the go.
Getting to work. Reporting for work.
Where am I needed? On the go.
Now, can I grab the speed buff there? Oh, there they are now. I don't have any exos, sadly. So we're gonna have to fix
What
that.
can I do for you? Where am I needed? On the go. You're gonna need a medic now.
Compounders here.
On the go. Smoke goes over. On the go.
So long as I could get the resources, that's still worth it.
Where am I needed? On the go. Where am I needed?
Capture point secured.
What can I do for you?
Insufficient energy.
Smoke goes over.
Insufficient energy, that's fine.
What can I do for you?
Although I gotta be careful of them going carriers. So
What can I do for you?
let's try implementing a classic strategy with bio.
Smoke goes over.
Just something I probably should be doing right away, but
Waiting on you.
we'll make it work somehow. I just gotta pay attention to these dang nodes there.
Geared up.
What can I do for you? Where am I needed? On the go.
I do have the speed boost, so it helps a little bit.
Smoke goes over.
They have the falcons as well.
On the tail. On the go.
What's next?
Smoke goes over. On the go. Take the fight. I'll get after him.
Oh, and I used the defense ability on something that didn't actually need it, because it immediately died.
Our forces are under attack.
I want to kill these falcons, but sadly not going to kill the falcons.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, dang, my production is surging. I wasn't maybe I wasn't building as much as I should have. It goes without saying, but yeah,
Smoke goes over.
Your directive.
this is not looking promising there. Although, can I make use of my tech though with that said? Because I still got a decent amount of barracks. I'm just doing an abysmal job utilizing it. Although we are going to get carriers, so that'll help some.
Axo reporting.
Alright, let's see if we can still make something happen here.
Waiting on you. Axo reporting.
Engaging boosters. Stand by for some chop.
All I care about is not denying them the third, because if I could do damage to that, that at least means
What can I do for you?
Ground pounders
that
here.
I'm still ahead on economy. Especially since they just took points in the back,
Buckle up. Stand
down
by
below
for the
there.
chop. Nav systems updated. Lay it on me.
Axo reporting.
Alright, just kill them all there. Not very exciting damage, I won't lie, but
Waiting on you.
Wicked shiny. Go.
alright, just kill the dogs. Everyone all aboard the party bus.
Ready to fly.
Where am I needed?
All aboard the party bus.
I'm gone.
Waiting on you. Geared up. Hunt season. Lock and tall. Fear is for the enemy. Hunt season.
Buckle up. Engaging boosters.
Aw, did it actually die? I thought I had more range there. Boo. I did good damage at least, so it still paid off.
Where am I needed?
We're just gonna have to eventually build up towards carriers, it looks like.
Smoke goes over.
Or helicarriers, I guess they're called
What
here.
can I do for you?
Blue skies ahead.
Research complete.
What's next?
No, I don't want you in the comp.
Where am I needed?
Not yet.
On the go.
I don't honestly know how to use them if I'm serious, but
Where am I needed?
Capture point
What can I
secured.
do for you?
None so ready.
Unable to build there.
Alrighty.
Where am I needed? Right behind him. Smoke goes over.
so they're almost entirely exos
What can I do
with
for
no
you?
frontliners, so
Over yonder.
Where am I needed?
yeah, let's actually boost these things. That'd be kind of nice.
I'm here to assist.
What can I do
Upgrade
for you?
complete.
Spooled up. Ready to fly.
Capture point
I
contested.
don't know how many carriers actually. In fact, I need to build these dang interceptors too.
Capture point lost.
What can I do for you? Take the fight.
That was another oversight on my part, is not actually building said interceptors.
Pick it on. Over yonder.
Research complete.
At your disposal.
On the go.
Smooth sailing.
Where am I needed?
Changing tack. Even keel.
I'll get after him. Smoke goes over.
Let's get underway. Spooled up. Changing tack.
Now, did that actually do what I wanted it?
Under attack.
I honestly couldn't tell you. That's unfortunate. Oh my. So yeah, just a question on if all they did was probably grab the expansion much earlier than me, right? If I was more aggressive watching for the bases, although I didn't really have the composition to kind of like do aggressive scouting either, to be honest, but I think that just came down to the fact they had extra bases, right? And apparently I used my interceptor carriers wrong. I just don't know how exactly they're supposed to work with their bombing run, because that should just wreck all the bioforces in like a single strafing run, I would think. It's hard to say how it actually worked out. I'm just curious about the economic situation. Because without a doubt I had the early expansions or early points, so I should be able to get away with that really quickly. And they basically only built Yeah, they didn't really build anything there. Anything aggressive would have just killed them. Essentially. If I decide like a dog rush or something, because I could easily deny the mine here. But yeah, my economic situation, I have a ridiculously high amount, so what went wrong? Was it really that much of a bad engagement going here? Was it really that bad of an engagement? Which kind of would emphasize why I don't poke up aggressively like I did beforehand. Yeah, they just teched up basically. Sure, I was kind of slow on teching myself there, but my economic situation is really good otherwise. Yeah, I'm 20 food ahead of them there. Everything seemed fine. So what went wrong? Was it just the engagement itself? Because I didn't have Falcons when I actually attacked up here the first time. Okay, still 12 food ahead. Have a bit of surplus on resources. Even with me bumbling my supply a bit. Okay, so they did have a Falcon out. That might have been part of the problem. Because, yeah, this is where I'll be doing the fight pretty soon, right? Probably more aggressive drop harassment. Probably would have done it there. Because we saw how effective it was before. Oop. Can we slow this down? Okay. It's a bit bugged out, but yeah. Right now, not a good gauge because of having to skip out when most of their army was already dead. Although it shows my army just fine. So they did have a single Falcon, but at the same time the Falcon was attacking the Lancers, which isn't a good use of them. Everything is just fighting everything, all the random things, so really it was this engagement, wasn't it?
Look at me.
Yeah, they just basically lasted longer than me there. So 10 extra supplies, so is that just simply the workers that's doing it there? Because this is saturate. That's saturate, and they don't even have their quick draw hustle yet for this fight, which probably doesn't really matter all that much. I have quick draw hustle, that don't mean much. So that basically is what cost me. I just don't know how to have fixed that there besides the fact they surrounded me. Which, honestly, with me having more supply and arguably more army as a result, them surrounding me is not really a huge issue. It does spread out the damage, but since a lot of the supply was in dogs, they still die relatively quick, right? Didn't use the carriers the best, but at the same time, I don't know how to best use the carriers. Because I think they have the potential to just wipe out all the backbone of infantry without an issue. I just don't know how they function. And I only had like maybe one, if I was lucky, 2 bombers per carrier to really utilize them too. So Jagged Maw, I don't expect a airborne cheese, right? Yeah, I was tempted about maybe grabbing one of those creep camps or one of those minions there before building the collection rate, but I'll have to figure it out. I didn't play around with that, try and see how it times out. Well, it probably looks like I have to build a prison first. Now it just comes. Oh, I know what I could do. Not even the morph core I have to worry about. It's just I have this dang arc ship to kind of do it for me.
Insufficient
Yep, just kills 3 of them down.
Not enough room.
See if this times out. For Argents. And then we'll just let them time out on their aggression. And location hotkeys are important too. Alright. This will need a little bit of refinement to see if I can time it well to get optimal production with my creation cores. But it looks like it's going to be pretty good here.
Powers activate prime. Maximum gratitude.
So they're already gained Therium. I gotta be mindful of a possible Scythe Rush, is what that tells me. So that was a useful scan there, I think. Which means I'm probably gonna have to get me some vectors in preparation if that's the case.
My strength is yours. I stand ready. Forged in light. I stand ready.
Yep, just clean up there, have health regeneration, I'll just scout them again as a precaution.
The path forward.
Capture point secured.
I apologize for all the noise in the background there.
Quiver and quake. My stomping ground. The path forward.
Maximum gratitude.
So we found where their
Is yours. The path.
we found where the arc ship is, so I can easily just check for tier 2 there. Easily enough.
My
And I shouldn't need too much, right?
unstoppable. My stomping ground.
They could be going for vectors, that's always a possibility, but vectors
My stomping.
should not be very strong against Argents. I just gotta not be caught flat-footed by them.
The path forward. My stomping ground.
Alright. We're doing good on our saturation so far.
My stomping ground.
Capture point secured.
Okay, they're doing a time push of some kind that involves,
I stand ready.
oddly, involves their dang...
Is yours. I stand ready.
Huh.
My strength is yours.
So we just gotta be ready for this, I guess.
My strength is
They're doing a time push, that's all we know.
Stand ready. My strength is yours.
Power levels critical.
I stand
Need more
ready.
power.
My stomping
Now, can we actually catch them?
forward. My stomping
Activate prime.
path forward. My stomping ground.
Okay.
The path forward. My
So they're grabbing one down below, which means they cleared that up as well.
stomping ground. The path forward. Forged in light. I stand ready.
Not enough
My
luminous.
stomping ground. The path forward. My strength.
Well, that was odd.
I stand ready.
They lost a lot of troops for those skull squishers. Trust me, tier 3 creep this early is not something you want to fight against. I can't get complacent
My strength.
because they still were gaining they're still gaining a lot of Therium right now,
My strength is
and they're rushing to Archangels.
Upgrade attained.
my
So maybe I just get sliced myself then,
and quake. Forged in light.
if they're gonna be so insistent.
My stomping ground. I stand
Power low.
We're just gonna need to get our Therium. I don't know what to make about this match, but I should be in phenomenal position right now.
Secured.
path forward.
Upgrade
My
attained.
stomping ground. I stand ready. Forged in light.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get me some scythes there
Capture points. Upgrade attained.
and see if I can
My
punish them for their heavy teching while losing a lot of their army.
We're out of power. Build more power banks.
I stand ready. My strength is yours.
And ideally, I just want to rob them of these. Benefit from the buffs myself.
Capture point secured.
Stand ready. My stomping ground.
Because now I have a 20% passive speed buff on top of the surge of speed I just got.
Path forward. My strength is yours. Quiver and quake. My stomping ground.
And if I can grab that, that's really good.
Forward. My stomping ground. I stand ready.
That wasn't what I wanted.
Insufficient power.
Strength
Shutting
is
systems
yours.
down.
The path forward. My stomping ground. I stand ready. My strength is yours.
Requires more luminite.
I stand ready. My
Now, we gotta be mindful of these dang archangels, because that's probably what the idea is.
My stomping ground. The path forward. My strength is yours. I follow.
Our forces have engaged in battle.
Is yours. I stand ready.
Insufficient power. Shutting systems down.
My strength is yours.
So we killed almost their entire army, which doesn't mean much yet. Now, I don't know how many scythes do I actually need for this.
My
I'm honest, but
yours. The path
yeah, let me just take the healing camp,
forged in
if that's
light.
possible.
Not enough luminite.
I stand ready. My stomping ground.
Thank you for helping me there, my opponent, my adversary, although
Power levels are too low. Build more power banks.
The path forward.
yeah, just let that time out there.
Prime structure confirmed.
Power core stable. Sweeping. Power core stable.
My strength is yours.
Yep, there's the archangels.
Stand ready. Face your doom. Quiver and quake. My stomping ground.
Cannon charged.
The path forward. My stomping ground.
Power core
Our forces have engaged in battle.
tread. Rough terrain. No such thing.
Yep, come on, that's predictable.
Charged.
My strength is yours. The path forward. My stomping ground. The path forward. My strength is yours. I am unstoppable. Face your doom.
Rough terrain. No such thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
Our forces have
That was very weird. I don't know what the heck to make of that there. Although, I honestly wonder if I should be annoyed at the fact I didn't crush them harder for their failed offensive or not. If I'm honest. Considering they spent all those troops and resources taking 2 siege camps there. And yeah, just the self-inflicted damage they did really is the problem. Never mind it was inefficient. Studum Cantherium. And the fact maybe I wasn't as confident after that big fight there. I won't lie, I was a little bit scared and intimidated when the Archangels came out, but at the same time, it seemed like I executed that, or at least timing-wise, almost perfectly, because they were only just getting the Archangels when that attack happened. So I can be happy on that regard, but I wonder if I should be... Yeah, I'm just honestly wondering if I execute that properly or not. Considering the amount of resources they spent just doing that weird engagement. They even invested a bunch of time just clearing this out too. Or, oh, maybe they tier 2, that would explain it. Although, the Argents would have had to get in here somehow. Which even then, there wasn't a lot of Argents. And I did scan the Arc ship. I don't believe they would have had a second arc ship, considering they had a bit of a rush strategy in mind there. So I don't think they used their tier 2 top bar to kind of kill off the Skull Squisher, right? Yeah, there's a few things that don't make a lot of sense there. I don't know what to make of it. But yeah, I am thankful my scan actually spotted the therium mining. Because yeah, it's a good position with the arc ship there. You don't have to get the extractor. And what I wouldn't have noticed is the fact they are mined from both of them. Even if it is very long distance. They could have optimized that easily enough with a second node here, but it's a good thing I caught that. That was helpful, because that's what prompted me to be so confident pushing out like this, because my opponent, as you can see, they only had a single Argent in their name. They do have 2 creation chambers, but it's not really amounting to much, to say the least. Okay. Now, there's only one... Did they actually... Yeah, they did tech this up. It was probably upgrading to tier 2 when I actually scanned them the second time. Because, yeah, I'll show you afterwards, but that just immediately clears out the camp for you and you get the resources for it. So it's a big trade. They're currently in the negative, so they need to get back at the yellow to actually use that ability again. If you're in negative energy, income, and power banks, then yeah, they're solving that right now with this extra one. They can't do anything. They're very limited. There was just no sign, I think, unlike the command centers in the Infernal or Shrine, that shows they're being upgraded. But yeah, that's exactly what happened there. It's a good thing I noticed this, so I could fight them one at a time here. Even though I'm taking a lot of damage, it goes without saying with those siege platforms. Though I am wrong a little bit, this is not as this is not as much of an investment as I thought it would be. Just a little bit. It does hurt them using their other top bar abilities, but killing the rocket launcher was easy enough, and they only have 5 Argents to their name, which sadly I couldn't even kill a single one of them, which is a shame. I realistically should have just pursued them. What, they would have only had 8 or 9? Although to be fair, I was wounded because of the dang blast of the rockets. It's possible I may not have still won that engagement. It's possible, especially with them having this help camp here. Keep them on high ground, they always get the first shot. They have the camp here to regenerate their health. It's possible I could have lost that, especially with the reinforcements if they were building from this, which they currently are. So this is probably the right play there. 59 supply. I don't know how we're doing on mine. We already know what their focus was. 2 prisms. 2 prisms. So they're basically at 1.5 there, saturation. We have 5, so we're about... I'm just barely above. It just start... Well... Yeah, I'm just starting to get my extra therium. Although I didn't... Apparently I didn't really need the vectors. It did set up incredibly well for me to get my own vector harassment. I'm just wondering what gave me the impression that they weren't going scythes themselves. Because they would have had the advantage there. Oh, I know why. I saw the Legion Hall, didn't I? That's what tipped me off that they were doing Archangel Rush. Or Russian Archangel tech. And lined up nicely here, although my Arc ship is nowhere nearby to give me that proper infrastructure for his push. Well, let's see. They still need to upgrade to tier 3. Oh, they are already tier 3. They did that as soon as the creation chambers were done. So why did they get Ascension Matrix? You don't really need the Ascension Matrix. Okay, but like I said before, this times out almost perfectly due to the fact they actually don't have the resources to build an Archangel at the moment. They're a little bit short. I could have been a little more aggressive with my arc ship. That would have been really nice there. But yeah, I have the numbers advantage. They are recharging their power. But I do alleviate that a little bit. When do I use that Purify? Although really Purify works better on their units, doesn't it? And I'm good. Yeah, I eventually have to back off because of this dang beam. Yeah, especially with two of them there, it's taking a ridiculous amount of damage now. But thankfully, their beams help with clearing out this health camp. I just sadly don't benefit from the resources. And, okay, Creation Chamber, that's very nice there for the aggression. They are building their first Archangel, but at the same time, it's only a single Archangel. We saw what their strategy was there. I decided to go with 4 Scythes, and there's a couple of Argents there I wish I had brought them forward. And just try and grab this health camp is the main gist what's going on here. Sadly, it's not working out very well with this annoying Sovereign's Watch going on. And there's our Archangel. We see it. How much health does it have? 750. 750 for my 210. So it's basically got the health of 4 Argents. Did I actually bring these guys forward? No, that hurts. That hurts a lot there. Thankfully, I'm constantly moving, so that Archangel attack missed completely as a result. And Scythes just single-handedly destroy my opponent there. Regardless, if they won this fight, they would have had no economy by the time it was over. Archangel's taking a while to kill now and I have no energy. But like I said, I prepared my backbone, my infrastructure, and the poor Archangel died immediately there. I don't think... Are they actually building another one? No, yeah, they didn't even have a second one start because they didn't really have the resources to allow for it. And unfortunately, this might have been a mistake that could have alleviated that. They could have had a second prism just mine over here. Get more Therium here because, yeah, more enriched Therium. That would have made the mine faster. And the Scythes are just wrecking everything. Okay, I'm ultimately happy with that. I was a little bit worried. I should have just immediately counter-pushed and killed them, but what I did was the right play there. It was the right tactic. I just took control more of the map. I should have taken a third, but I realistically should have took a third because I kind of gave up mine over here, so my Therium mine is not as efficient as it would be, but at the same time, I'm not really spending a lot of Therium, am I? In fact, somehow with only 1 real prism mining, I have an abundance, even with Scythes building. Goes to show how inefficient my macro economy was. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I'll probably have to hop off in a moment or so. But I'm happy with those matches. We won our Celestial games at the very least. Infernals was bad. Let's see. I can't remember if we won. No, we lost with Vanguard. But we won with Celestials, that's the important thing. I just gotta figure out, again, I probably should spend a little bit of time just in custom games just to know what the Helicarrier does and just specific little nuances, because I think that was actually my first real use of the Helicarriers where it actually mattered. Not when my opponent was just turtling on 1 or 2 bases way back in my earlier streams, and I just teched up to him quickly. But it was good. Hopefully I could do some more streams down the road because it has been a little while. I have been, as a parent, been playing games in between here or there at the very least. So it is still happening. It is still ongoing. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.